Alright, welcome back. This video is going to be the shortstop tutorial for this move here. If I can do it properly on camera. I always struggle with this. Looks like that. It's quite I don't know, it's not a very complex trick in terms of moves, but just getting the timing right and holding the momentum properly can be a bit difficult for beginners, and I'm still having problems with it, as you can see. Sometimes when I do it, I don't quite carry the momentum properly to close it. So I'll get straight into it, to be honest. You want to start on the bite handle. You can do this straight from a close, but I always find, to be honest, you're never going to do it straight from a close like that. Because you want to stick it at the end of your combos, don't you? So we'll just go from the bite handle as normal, but it's the same closed, except you've just got to do that little bit where you drop and pinch fast enough to go into it, and then up into the second part. So we'll start just like this. Usually you'll end it coming out of a combo from like a wrist pass. So let's say you've just done your Zen roll over, you come into the wrist pass, you go like down and you build up that momentum, drop it down, and then you go up and into your shortstop. So yeah, starting on the bite handle, simply like this, you're throwing it backwards over your thumb. Yep, so drop it down, backwards over your thumb. And you've got to be careful, I guess, not to get pinched by the blade here. But if you just dip downwards, it will get rid of that momentum and stop the handle from trapping your finger in there. So backwards over your thumb. Now this is, it doesn't take that long to get used to, but it's probably not the hardest part of the move, but a tricky one for beginners, that's for sure. It's essentially exactly the same as what you're doing for a Y2K, just in reverse. So yeah, throw it backwards over your thumb, it'll spin around, and you're going to try and aim to catch it with these two fingers and your thumb. First, that's how you're going to try and catch it. So you're going to go back, and you're just going to catch like that. That's what you're aiming to do. You're going to go back and catch like that. Then you're going to start going back and catch with just your finger, just your middle finger, and not your pointer. Middle finger and thumb. Yeah? Now I find that for the second part, if you're grabbing too close to the blade like this, actually you'll find it really difficult to get the handle and the blade, the bite handle and the blade to separate while you're spinning it, and what it will do is it will just chap them around your finger, and you'll see the blade and the handle never separate, and so you can't put your thumb in there to end the move like that. So if you have a little bit of space, I'm talking a few mil, just like that, maybe quarter of an inch, third of an inch, if you're using American sizes, it will, as you go round, help to separate the two, and you can stick your thumb in a lot easier. See, they come around separately, and that's kind of a good tip that I think not enough people recommend when they're talking about the shortstop. Alright, so the second part is the obviously the catch. You're going around, and then you're going to spin around your finger again. It's like a reverse Chapman, like I said, but with your finger slightly further up. And what this will do is this will splay the bite handle and the blade away from each other. This gives you plenty of room to stick your thumb in as it's spinning around. So what you're going to have is you're going to have your middle finger spinning around like that. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb, sorry, this is difficult without momentum. You're going to put your thumb in that gap. Let me get this on camera. Round onto this finger, thumb in that gap. And with enough momentum, you'll start getting it so that you don't have to push the blade down, but sometimes what you'll have is you'll put your thumb in that gap and then you'll be stuck like this. Yeah? Free finger, push the blade down, remove your finger. It doesn't look as good. This is kind of the stage that I'm on right now, because I can't always hold that momentum, and so you see sometimes I push it down with my finger like that. But essentially that's it. It's not a complex trick, but the timing and carrying the momentum is the hard part. And I always do it out of frame because I always lift my hand up. Give me a few seconds. Like that, yeah? So one more time, very quickly before I end the video. Backwards over your finger, backwards over your thumb. Chapped in around your middle finger with this finger removed. Except you're giving that tiny little gap so that the handles come apart, thumb in. Then you can push down with your front finger, or if you have enough momentum, sometimes you don't even need to do that, and it will close straight. So that's the Shortstop. I appreciate it wasn't an amazing tutorial, but since so many people asked for it, I thought I'd better do it. The next tutorials will be on the palm fan and the, if I can do it with this knife, the reverse Z choker, like that. So I hope that helps. I'm not very good at the trick, so teaching it, I'm not in the best place to teach it, but I guess I got the basics down, and that's enough to start someone off, I guess. Other channels I'd recommend, obviously Big Flips. He's got a great video on the Shortstop, so if you do want to learn it, go watch his video first. You probably already have anyway, so I hope that helps.